Hi there, welcome to Cooking with Bex.
Hi.
This is Becca Richards, I'm Melissa Burr, and we are in the kitchen at Stoller Family Estate, and we're going to talk about a delicious food recipe.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Wanna make
Everybody
pizza.
loves you should love
Veggie
If you
pizza.
don't, something's wrong, right?
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a game changer.
Let's talk about pizza
Cool.
and some wine. We'll do both.
Pizza with wine?
Pizza with wine.
Yeah, because
How are we gonna do this?
as always, wine pairings don't have to be fancy. They just have to be delicious.
That's very true.
The other thing that doesn't have to be fancy, pizza crust. There's a million
Nice.
options,
Yeah,
right?
pre-made.
Pre-made,
Stock up
it's
on
just
that.
dough. It's just dough. I mean, that's the same thing I would make here and then roll out and store. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The beauty part about also the store-bought ones is they come on their own parchment paper. So I don't even have to put this stuff down, right? You just
Leave it right
unroll,
there.
set it, and forget it. So this is gonna be a different shape than the other ones, but
Square pizza is the thing right now, anyways.
square pizzas, yeah. Well, yeah, because just like food, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be round. You can do any shape you want. We can do triangle pizzas,
Just delicious.
right? I did pesto, which you can use a mortal and pesto. I don't know if you guys ever have one of those. You can make pesto in that, put your garlic and all your stuff in there, or you can just knife chop a bunch of basil and a bunch of garlic, olive oil. I make mine pine nut free simply because you never know people's allergies,
Yeah.
you know? And especially if you're doing it for other people, you know? So, take your pesto, drop it onto your pizza crust deliciousness, smooth it around. And also, pesto has a little bit of cheese already in it.
Parmesan.
So it's like, yeah, so it's like cheese on cheese on cheese. I think this one's probably pecorino because that's what we use on our Stoller meatballs. But yeah, parm, pecorino, anything white, anything firm and kind of aged. You could do a smoked Gouda pesto. That would be pretty rad.
What other herbs do you like instead of basil? Like, do you do
Kale. Kale pesto. Not even an herb. Kale pesto.
Okay.
You can do Swiss chard pestos. Any kind of hearty herb will make an awesome pesto. And instead of pine nuts, if you're a nut using traditional, you'd use walnuts.
Yeah, good. It's so much. There's such great walnuts around
Yeah.
here too in the northwest.
Hazelnuts.
And,
And then I also like to do a bunch of different kinds of mushrooms. So I have creminis and shiitakes. That's what I'm using for this one. Creminis are actually baby portobellos. I don't know if you know that.
I did
This
not
is just
know
an unmature portobello.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And always reserve your stems because you can make mushroom stock out of these. We're big savers around the Stoller kitchen.
Love that.
Nothing hits trash unless it literally has no more life left in it.
So would you throw those in like a veggie stock too?
Mhm.
Anything like when you're making stock, you can just save
Exactly. Yeah, you can do a roasted mushroom stock, you can do a raw mushroom stock, anything you want. So you make some beautiful slices, put them around on top of your pizzas here,
Those. Yum.
right? Boom, boom, boom. And then the most important part about any mushroom pizza that people don't think about, but people like me do, is mushrooms need salt and olive oil.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're a little weird and dry. They don't have that same zhuzh. So I put a little olive oil on top of and salt on top of my mushrooms.
Okay. Good idea.
And then I start throwing on some regular old shredded mozzarella. This is store-bought. This is nothing fancy at all. This is one of those pecorino parmesan blends from, again, store-bought bag. Nothing crazy. And then I like to put a little bit of tomato on there for some color. Right? Because you always eat with your eyes first. Then once you got all of that ready to rock, go into your oven, 425, 8 minutes. Okay? Ugh.
Very accessible.
Very accessible. And then through the magic of TV,
Yeah.
I already burnt us one.
That's
So this is
how you're
a
supposed to.
15-minute pizza.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
It'll still be delicious, but the extra crispy edges. As you can see, there is the pesto and the tomatoes and the cheese and the mushrooms and all the thing. And then the best part, you don't even have to have knife skills to do the basil for a pizza like this. In the culinary world, we call this snipped basil. You literally
Basil.
take your basil, take your scissors, and snip
Okay.
your basil. And this is an actual thing you would learn in culinary school. Snipped basil.
pretty straightforward.
$100,000 education. Snipped basil. There you
A
go.
lot of money just watching the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cut the
Send your
basil.
checks directly to Melissa and Becca
That's right.
at Stoller Family Videos of Wine and Grub.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we
Nice. Then-
chop this bad boy up.
While you're chopping, I'm gonna pour some wine
Cool.
for this pizza. I am pouring the Chemistry Pinot Noir.
Oh, yeah.
So Chemistry is all Willamette Valley fruit, all Pinot Noir, so different AVAs, growing regions in this bottling. Balance. The whole goal with this wine is to be approachable and balanced.
It's so
all
good.
about Pinot Noir,
And mushrooms
mushrooms,
and cheese.
oh, the mushrooms are gonna be
Love
gorgeous.
Willamette Valley Pinot Noir.
They do.
And the earthiness of the pesto.
It's gonna be a slam dunk, and this, like, yeah, this wine.
I don't even know if we
this
need
food-
plates.
I don't think
Here.
so. You need some wine. I'll trade
You want
you
that?
a slice for the.
Cool. And then I'll take
Okay.
my gloves off and eat my own piece of pizza. There we go.
Yeah, your everyday make a pizza, put whatever.
Flat
you can
bread, whatever you want to
put,
call it.
garlic, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Roasted garlic. I
And
think I
this
have one.
wine will always be there for you. Right?
Cheers.
So cheers. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Which we're gonna try first. On the pizza.
Yeah, see, I didn't burn the bottom. Just the top crust.